All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the lnchtable.podcast. Frankie?
Yeah, I'm here.
He's here.
Surprisingly.
We're here, baby. Let's go. You can see our faces now, which wasn't the case in the past. Well, I mean, I guess you always could have if you went to our Instagram and followed us. But now to see us speak, we're here. I have Starbucks, but no free advertisement, so I turned it around. But we got some good stuff for you guys. We're going to be talking about the Oxford school shooting. Not really too much to talk about other than the fact that, like, it was asked, like, why would you do that? U.S. sees possible Ukraine invasion plans from Russia. That's what the U.S. intelligence uncovered. New Rainbow Six operator / season. Anti-abortionists celebrate as Roe v. Wade could possibly be overturned, and Ghislaine Maxwell. But yeah, that's about all we got on the docket today. But before we get into that, how was your week, bro? How's your week been? Yeah, same. It's been pretty like uneventful, honestly. It's like I just be getting I swear I'm gonna get porch pirated one of these days. I order too much stuff and it just shows up, and then I leave it up there minimum 3 hours before I even get to it because like I'm upstairs. I'll either go to the gym and then I'll come back and it'll be there, and I'm like, oh god, if it got delivered like right after I left, minimum 4 hours. Minimum 4 hours it was left there. So, but it's nothing crazy though. Like I don't order electronics. I go pick that stuff up. It's mostly just clothes because I wouldn't be upset if I got like sweatpants stolen from me. But I don't know. I guess someone out there wants like 2XL sweatpants for some reason.
Have fun with that shit.
Yeah, I love ordering stuff online though. Like curbside pickup is a game changer. Dude, I curbside pick up everything. Like I gotta get some like some chicken and some steak because I gotta go on a diet because your boy's getting a little chunky, cholesterol's a little high, right? And so I gotta go on a diet. But I'm ordering everything online, and then I just gotta go pick it up. It's so amazing. It's so great. I love it. I love online ordering so much. It's really revolutionary. It allows me to really indulge in my laziness.
I don't know. There's no words I have for you, Chief. I mean, I don't really like going to places, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I gotta go into a place, I gotta go into a place.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't like walking around. That's like walking is like the most basic human thing, but it's also like the bane of my existence. Where I just don't like to do it. Like I hate walking so much, but
It's just stupid, yo.
but I would be so like depressed if I couldn't walk though. You know what I mean? Like if I just couldn't walk, like if I woke up one day and like my legs didn't work, I would be just, my mind would be blown. I'd be tore up. I wouldn't know what to do, but
Fall off a bed.
probably just fall off the bed and then just sit there on the ground. Like, but like I also too, like I haven't really vacuumed my room, which I need to do. But like, I don't even want to sit on the ground in my room. You know what I mean? Like it's just, there's a lot of dog hair in there and, you know, like toenails and shit from when I was clipping them. Imagine falling off your bed. You just got like fucking toenails and shit like all on your eyebrow and no. So yeah. I don't know how we got in the conversation, but I mean, I don't even know what we want to get into now. We want to get into the U.S. possible Ukraine invasion, plans from Russia. I don't
even know what the fuck to say about that.
I know it's like I don't like what is like no disrespect to anybody out there from Ukraine, but like I don't I don't feel any type of way about it, to be honest with you. Like I mean, if they invade Ukraine, I'd be like, all right, like like I've never really been to Ukraine. Maybe there are some. I only know like Pripyat from Call of Duty, all gillied up. So I guess you're missing out on like a Call of Duty map. That would like be the most thing, but I don't know. I wouldn't care. You know, no disrespect to Ukrainians, but I just wouldn't. Sorry. I'll be like, whatever. I'll be like, that would suck. And then if If they would do like some horrible stuff to them though, like if they were like, excuse me, if they had them like, if they were in like prison camps and shit, or if they were killing kids, and that's fucked up. And I'd be like, oh, I couldn't endorse it. Well, not that I endorse invading other countries, but like, I don't know.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Real smooth.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't feel any type of way about it. It's like, we did though, however, I did, however, have my first like back and forth online, regarding, actually, yeah, some people in Jersey are mad at me because I said New Jersey was the armpit of the U.S. And they started coming at they all thought I was from Philadelphia for some reason. I mean, like, we're not from Philly, but like, I root for all the Philly sports. And they were like, Philly is a dope sick city. I was like, you're right. people are like upset that I was like acknowledging the bad stuff. And people were like, this one lady commented, she's like, everybody knows that the water in Jersey is close to mud. And the lady was like, not when I was growing up there. People were like, oh, this is mad disrespectful to Jersey. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. Like, listen, I have family, I have friends in Jersey. They all want to leave. Like, nobody's like, yeah, when I get older, people are like, I want to move to New York. I want to move to LA. Nobody says, I want to move to fucking Trenton. You know what I mean? No, but to be fair, no one says about Philly. Rarely people are like, when I grow up, I want to go to Philadelphia.
Look,
no.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard anybody that said they wanna go to like Pennsylvania or New Jersey in general. Like, exactly. Most of the people that want to go to a certain state want to go there for a reason.
Yeah.
There's people that want to go to Texas. I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
There's people that want to go to California. Fuck California.
Yeah, Cali is awful now though.
Fuck California.
Cali's bad. Like, you got to have the vaccination card on deck and everything. Like, I don't know about all that. That's craziness. And it's all homeless. Like, you saw that they had, I think, was Seth Rogen in Casey Neistat. You know Casey Neistat from YouTube?
No.
Oh, he was like he's kind of he has like these vlogs. He had like a daily vlog thing. A lot of people, from what I guess, I think a lot of people credit him with having the daily vlog like idea of cutting the camera out every day and fucking being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" You like doing all that shit. Mm-hmm. So from what I heard, he's the one that sort of invented that, I guess you could say, or like made it popular. But then he also had like really nice, like he was big into like the drones with the cameras on them and shit, right? And he is from New York, and he moved from New York to L.A. And he got his car broken into, and said L.A. was a third country shithole or some shit like that. And I was like, damn. He went super hard on L.A. And then Seth Rogen was like, dude, I've lived here for like 20 years. Like, it's not that bad. Like, you're bugging. And then they had like a really polite back and forth. Like, it wasn't like anything crazy. They were like, they just kind of went back and forth. And then obviously I think like the media picked up. They picked up Rogan, not Rogan. Yeah, Seth Rogen, not Joe Rogan. If you're left wing, they like what he said about it because they're like, oh, he's not that bad. But if you're right wing, the fact that the Casey Neistat praised the cops for getting his stuff back. He got his car broken into, and then they took his stuff for like his daughter's 7th birthday. So he just violated the whole city. And they went back and forth. He's like, LA is nice just like anywhere else, which it's not. And even people from LA are like, nah, LA is like getting pretty bad. But I guess shout out Casey Neistat, I guess. If you see this, if you should, for somehow, or if you're watching this, shout us out. Shout us out on like a vlog or something. Did you like my impression? I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was probably pretty, because that's what people look like when they're vlogging. They're always like, hi guys, hey. You know what I mean? On those little sticks.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit, so I don't know.
It's kind of funny. I've been watching. His name is. Okay, his name is Curly Fuck, but it's Curly Fuq, right? Like the word Curly Fuq, and he just moved to LA, and it's funny because he reminds me of like. First of all, he's like six. He's like your height. About like what 6'1", and he played like linebacker at Wisconsin, and now he's like doing these vlogs, and he's just, I don't know. He seems like a dude that you just hang around with, and he's just fun. You know what I mean? That's what he seems like. I mean, I don't know what he's like when he turns off the camera, but he's like they're traveling. So he lives in Wisconsin, and he drove from Wisconsin to L.A. And he's like, it's supposed to be a 30-hour trip, right? And so we'll see how it goes. And he periodically checks in on the vlog camera, like at every different hour. And he checks in. He's like in Oklahoma, right? And there was like a bunch of stuff that went wrong. They end up being on the road for like 56 hours or some shit like that. And he goes, he turns to his brother and he goes, hey man, he's like, how was the trip? He goes, we've driven 50 hours so far. It's supposed to be a 30-hour road trip. We have 16 more hours to go. And then he turns the camera to himself. He goes, basically what he's trying to say is, we're fucked. I thought that was so funny. But you know what, though? It reminded me of, like, that was such a bro trip. Like, they literally, like, they didn't fly. They didn't plan out, like, what they were going to do. They were just like, you want to go to L.A.? Yeah, let's go to L.A. And they just moved there. Like, they put all their, like, you see his car when he's driving. He has mad stuff in the back, because he has, like, all this stuff like packed from like the bottom all the way to the top, and he's got like shit stuffed in like the little top part where he's got stuff in there. I'm like, dude, like that's a bro trip. That's a trip you just take with the bros. You're like, hey, you want to go somewhere? Yeah, let's go. And then you're just out of there. Like when we went to Ohio, I know I talked about this so many times, but like people kept asking me. Like I think I went to your mom's house to pick up Anthony. Shout out Anthony. And I went to pick him up, and your mom's like, does this place have like breakfast? I was like, I don't know. He goes, does it have Wi-Fi? I was like, yeah. She started asking me all these things about the hotel. I was like, oh, I don't know. She's like, what kind of fucking planner are you, dog? She's like, he's like, how do you not know? You booked this? How do you not know? I was like, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I just like the location, so I booked it. So yeah, that's a bro trip. That was such a bro. It's so fun. I love it. We got to go on another one. I mean, we got to go back out to Ohio though, for real. And see that boy Vinny. Shout out to Vinny. If you're watching this, Vinny, that was for you.
Yep. I hope you don't have to like edit that out, because I'm gonna do it one more time just in case.
Oh no, I'm not. No, this is uncut.
All right.
This is on. Yeah. One thing I'm gonna edit out is like I started the camera a little early.
Yeah.
You guys.
You think?
Dude, the camera's not even recording. I can't even see it. It looks like what? Almost. What are we at now? 12 minutes. It's been recording at least 20. Because I turned it on, then we had to do all this. I shouldn't say all this. I literally typed in Google current events and wrote them down. So, and then there was a couple things that I had here. Ghislaine, I wonder if Vinny listened to the other thing. I wonder if he listened to our other podcast.
We were talking shit.
We were talking. I wonder if he listened. I hope he listened.
I don't know. I warned him that day that we recorded. I was like, Vinny, me and Jason talked hella shit on you, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
We did.
Prepare your ears.
Yeah, we talked some shit, but it wasn't bad. I don't think it was bad though. It wasn't bad. We were just kind of like, I don't think it was anything out of the normal that we just like gang up on Vinny and just start talking shit to him. But you guys know Vinny. I mean, I'm talking to you viewers. He hasn't been on the podcast since we recorded it, but he's been on audio. I think it was episode 12. We had Vinny on, and he talked about, it was almost 3 hours we had him on. And that was actually kind of fun, because that was our first like full, like 4 or 5 person podcast. And that was dope.
Yeah. That's when we were in Ohio.
Yeah. We were in Ohio. We were in this house in Ohio. Shout out to Vinny. Shout out to Trent for having us over, but that was cool. And yeah, he talked about going to basic training. I might get canceled because of something I said in there, because I made fun of the Asian guy. Is like he had like a drill instructor, so he might kill me. Actually, he might like snipe me or some shit like that. That Asian guy. But no, I don't think I said anything bad. It was just, it's a comedy podcast, guys. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Don't take anything too seriously. That's all.
Yeah, it's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it too hard.
Yeah, don't take it. Yeah.
That's what he really wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I did want to say that, brother.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. But Yeah, but definitely let us know how this looks, because I do feel like these are a little bit too high. Like these little things, I do feel they're a little, you know what I mean? Because I feel like you know, like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I got to get up real high to speaking to it. So I might have to get ones that are a little lower and save these for our guests that we just kind of put off camera. And maybe we'll get another camera in there to do something, but we got to wait till we get bigger, like into a bigger space before we like start making a bunch of these different changes and shit. So, but
big thinker over here.
Yeah, big brain. The big brain's working. I'm looking like Kiefer Sutherland at the end. You remember the bad guy from what was it, the Green Lantern? You ever seen the Green Lantern?
I mean, I saw it once a long time ago.
There's like a scene in there where Kiefer Sutherland's like the bad guy, and he just absorbs all this knowledge, and his fucking head is like the size of like an airport and shit, and he just starts to float off into the sky. That's what I feel like right now. Just big brain, float off. All right, my parents are going to get groceries. Let me silence the phone. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what we were talking about. Big brain over here. I forgot. I was too into the clouds, guys. We'll talk about Rainbow Six, the Siege, the new,
yeah,
the good.
Great times.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
Great times.
Yeah. We always get stuck in a lobby with people that try too hard. So if you're that person that is like a diamond, don't do us all a favor. Don't play quick match. You know what I mean? Don't play quick match like at all. Just play unranked or ranked the whole time because it's too much. It's too much for us to handle. When I say us, I mean me when I say us. But I just got to lump somebody in with me. So when I say us, I'll say like me and the other noobs that play Rainbow Six. It's too much for us. We literally played with somebody who was stinking it up the first 2 rounds. No, first 3 rounds he was stinking it up. Last round he came in, and I'm pretty sure he like aced or he got a 4K. Just right off top. That was demoralizing. And his name was like Slime Commander. Shout out to that guy if you listen, Slime Commander. Yeah, that was shit.
Shitter.
That was bad. That was bad to be a part of, but it's almost like, do you know when fuck man, do you know when like you think you're gonna do good at something, right? Or like you get like a confidence about doing something and you think you're gonna be good at it, and then you do it and you realize how shitty it is, or like you realize that it's just out of your like realm to do. You know what I mean? And then that disappointment, that like that depression that sets in, right? That's what I felt at the end of that, where we were washing that guy, and then he came in and I got a 4K. It's like he just flipped a switch and turned on.
I don't know. I was playing it earlier by myself. I was pissed off. So.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I mean, this update is. I don't mind the changes that they've made to the HUD.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good actually.
Like, so far, I've been okay. I've been okay with the second era with the new season, but you know, I'm just going through the emotional turmoil.
Yeah,
of playing Siege every fucking day of my life.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get on when everyone was on.
I was on it.
Were you?
When all of us were in the party.
Did you get on it?
That was the day that I ate the edibles. So by the time everybody was finally in the party,
yeah,
I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like if we would have played Siege, I would have played, but I mean, like I wouldn't have done shit while playing the game.
I like how Eric broke it down to everyone, because Chris joined. Shout out Chris. Chris joined, and he joined for a little bit. So I was playing Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I like turned the party chat down real low because there was like a dialogue scene. I wanted to hear it, and I didn't turn it back up. So I was hearing people talk, but didn't know what they were saying. But then I turned it up when it was over, and I think Eric said the same thing to Chris, where he was like, Dane came back and he goes, where's everybody? And Eric goes, he goes, Frankie ate an edible, so we don't know where he is. Because Jerson was watching. Shout out to Jerson. I'm shouting out everyone now. I'm giving out free shout outs. He's like, I don't know where Jerson went, but he was watching Hell's Kitchen. I don't know where Jason went. And Vinny went to the store. And then he goes, okay. And then they like talk for a little bit. And then I did another mission, turned the party chat down, and then that was it. I turned it down, and then I fell asleep. I was like playing the game. It was to the point where I was playing, and then like I would just wake up, and the controller would be like on my chest like this, like, or I'd just be out. So I was like, you know what? Nobody's in here. Nobody's really talking. So I just actually I didn't even cut it off. I turned my controller off, and then I went over to HBO Max and watched Harry Potter.
Monk.
Was it today or last night that you texted me to get on?
It was last night.
Yeah, last night you texted me to get on, and I said, dude, I'm in. I'm balls deep. I was typing it out, and then I realized how stupid it would sound, because I was going to say, I literally had typed, I was going to say this. In my mind, I said I'm balls deep in Harry Potter. And then I realized, like, you know what? Reading it out loud to myself doesn't sound good. Like, it doesn't sound like that. It just doesn't sound like something I would say. So I had to put in a Harry Potter watch. What did I say? A Harry Potter movie, balls deep in a Harry Potter movie, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, some shit like that. I had to change it up because I didn't like even the fact, because I was watching it and it was at the time when he was a kid too. I was like, no, there's too much of this going on. I can't. Even though he's way older than me. Like in real life, Daniel Radcliffe's like 28, 29, 30. I don't know. I know Ginny Weasley, the girl that plays her, is like 30. So I'm just kind of basing everything off that. But yeah, man, I'm in Prisoner of Azkaban now. I just finished that last night. And what I mean is I fell asleep halfway through and I woke up. It was over, and I turned the Xbox off. Yeah, I love Harry Potter so much. And Hawkeye's out, dude. The Hawkeye, the Marvel Hawkeye's out. It's actually pretty good. You know, have you seen Daredevil on Netflix?
No. I never watched it.
I heard it was really good. But Daredevil is in like the MCU, so like I guess they're trying to go into that. So right now, like I think with Endgame, which we're talking about Marvel now, in Endgame they had like all the characters that they had sort of like in together doing like their own movie, their own thing, right? But they were mostly grounded characters, right? Like Captain America and Iron Man. It wasn't until like Avengers where they went into like space, right? And then Avengers Endgame and Infinity War and Endgame was really out in space. And now they're going sort of two different directions where it's like on one hand they're going into like the criminal underworld, right? And like supernatural stuff. And then on the other hand they're going like super cosmic, like the Eternals. Like I'm not going to ruin it for anyone, but it's like super big space movie. So I kind of like that though, because like Blade is supposed to be getting a movie. Kit Harington's character in Eternals, he becomes the Black Knight, or just in the comic books, he becomes the Black Knight. And what's it called? If they introduce like Mephisto, they're gonna be like Ghost Rider and shit like that. It's gonna be in here, so I'm excited. I love like the supernatural stuff. I think that's really cool. And all those they were created like at the time where like comic books were kind of going away, and like a lot of these like Dracula ghost stories were kind of cool. So they like made that, they transformed into that, which was dope. So I'm excited. I hope that I hope Marvel continues to go that way, but they're sort of joining together like the Daredevil and Hawkeye and all that stuff. So I'm excited. And it's a fire series too.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm telling you have to
I don't
watch
watch any Disney stuff, really.
Son, what do you mean?
That's a lot of work for bullshit.
It's It's good though. It's like a lot of the stuff. If you try to like binge watch it all, it'll be a little bit much because like they really went heavy into the TV shows, especially during the pandemic. They went heavy into the TV shows. But I think WandaVision was great. I loved WandaVision. WandaVision was awesome. Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, awesome. That was good. The only one that was kind of iffy for me was What If. Just because I was like, that wasn't really my thing. It was animated, and you know what I mean. Like it seemed cool, but it was more so. I think it was more so aimed at like kids. You know what I mean? Apparently,
you didn't watch the third fucking episode.
What do you mean? Oh, that's right. When okay, I'm not gonna ruin it for anyone, but no, I think that's
the only episode I watched.
I just think the animated part just like there's a disconnect for me. I don't really watch animated stuff like that anymore. And that's not a knock on it. That's just me personally. Like I don't really. Oh no, I like Pixar stuff. That's good. Like Pixar is fantastic.
Now you're talking about little kid movies.
I like Cars though. Cars is good.
Little kid movies. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about. You just said that Marvel's What If was for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're bringing up Pixar movies made for kids.
I love them shits though.
Shut up.
I just don't know why. I don't know why I like those and then not What If, but well, it's not that I didn't like What If. It's just that What If was like, it was super sort of out of the realm of like, I think the one guy was saying like you have to look at it as like it's more so about the watcher than it is about the characters. You know what I mean? Like it's more so about him than it is anybody else in that like little in that series. So I think I'd have to watch it again, but like with that in mind, maybe I'll like it more. But I don't know. Those are characters that I like Doctor Strange, my guy. Iron Man, my guy. You know what I mean? Like they're all Thor. That's my favorite one. My favorite Avenger is Thor. But I don't know. I had those in mind. Like oh, these are going to be the main character of the story. But in reality, it's Uatu, the Watcher. That's his name, guys. Uatu. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got to say about that. Oh, I am excited though. I am excited because parents went grocery shopping. I'm going to get the little barbecue bites. I'm dogging those today. This is what happens, guys, when you don't move out of your parents' house. You get excited for little things like bites. Chicken bites, barbecue chicken bites. You know what I mean? Fantastic, though. And if you guys have ever had them, the barbecue chicken bites from BJ's, dip them in a little ranch, it's out of control. Truly, I'd highly recommend. I don't know if you're into like wings and stuff, but I highly recommend.
I'm going to bury him.
Yeah, this is just, it's amazing. I'm getting, this is how I know I'm getting older, too, is like I'm getting excited for shit like this. Like I'm getting excited for foods that I like. I don't know.
I don't know what that, you monk.
I know. Yeah, man.
Fuck Marvel. I mean, fuck Marvel. Disney in general. Fuck Disney.
He's like, he's like, fuck Marvel. Yeah, fuck Marvel.
Both them. Fuck both of them. Listen, I've recently now I watch a lot of not a lot of anime, just a good enough amount for me. Mm-hmm. I'm picky with shows.
Right. That's good though.
So I think that's why I didn't mind stuff like I love the fucking Star Wars Clone Wars animated series. So
well,
I guess that's why I don't mind watching like animated shit.
Yeah.
Because I know Netflix has been doing that a little bit with some of their other stuff.
Yeah.
They make like animated side shows to go along with their main shows.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the most recent movie I've seen, like new movie that I've seen, I went to the movies the other day to watch Resident Evil.
Ooh, how was that?
Painful.
It was that bad?
It was painful.
Dude, I totally forgot it came out.
It was painful. I'll watch it again. Watch it. Listen, personally, I didn't mind it. It wasn't a horrible movie.
Okay.
But the fact that they were trying to push this as like sticking true to the Resident Evil story, yeah, nah.
That was bullshit.
That shit starts off, as soon as it starts off, you're like, oh, God, fucking damn it. Like, no way you did this.
Right.
Like, I'm trying not to give away the spoiler. I'm going to give it, whoever doesn't want to hear this next part, just like, fast forward. This is a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler warning,
Or
guys.
Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Don't know if we plan on seeing it. Probably not. It's probably for the best.
Spoiler warning.
This is a spoiler warning. Skip like, I don't know, 5 minutes ahead. You should be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what are we at? We're at 30? We're about to be at 31?
Yeah.
31 minutes. So skip to like, I'll give it a little bit of leeway. Skip to like 37.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. So right off the bat,
mm-hmm.
For anybody who's played Resident Evil or like, I mean, if you've seen the old Resident Evil movies, you know, the old Resident. The thing is, like, the thing for me is that the old. All right, listen, I'm gonna just explain how the fucking beginning of this movie starts off. Mm-hmm. All right, Claire and her brother Chris are apparently they apparently lived in the orphanage, which is from Resident Evil 2. Mm-hmm. In the games, that's not true. That never happens. So They ended up. So Chris gets adopted by Dr. Birkin. Again, this never happens in the games. So it's a huge Resident Evil. Okay, Raccoon City in the game is basically like Philadelphia or New York. Like, it's a big city.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of people that live there. Mm-hmm. In this movie, they made it look like Gravity Falls. It was just like some backwater fucking town in the mountains.
Yeah.
On its own. I was just in shock that they really they really did that, where they were just like, Raccoon City is a shitwater town. Leon is not white. Fine. I can get past that.
Yeah, all right. Casting issues, but you can look past it.
I mean, like I said, I don't care. I mean, he doesn't look like Leon at all. He looks more like Carlos, fucking Resident Evil 3. Yes. But
he does, yeah.
Yeah. Right. They just changed the story around. I get that they're trying to do their own thing while also making it stick close to the original games.
Yeah.
But nah, they fucked that up. They dropped the ball.
Yeah, was it that bad?
I'd see it. I'd probably watch it again. Because, like I said, overall, it wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the little Easter eggs that they make towards the games.
Right.
But ultimately, no. Like, this, like, I enjoy, the thing is, too, like, I watched the original Resident Evil movies before I ever played any of the games. So I didn't mind the original movies either. Like, I enjoyed the original movies. But I also knew that the original movies didn't even try to go off of the games.
Yeah.
They just instantly made their own thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they make a lot of callbacks to the games in this movie, Welcome to Raccoon City. But,
yeah,
like I said, the amount of stuff that they've changed, to me, is just, Like, I can get past. I mean, if you want to make Raccoon City small, fine. You want to make Leon Carlos, fine.
Carlos.
Yeah.
It's a zombies, Carlos. Come on.
But they didn't really show off the police station all that much. Like, they showed off the entrance. They showed off the main lobby.
Oh, yeah.
But that was about it.
Right. That's the setting of the first game, is the police station, isn't it?
No, the first game is the mansion. They show off the mansion in the movie. Like, some of it does take place in the mansion. Mm-hmm. But the events of... The thing is, they took basically the first three games and just put them all together.
Yeah.
They ignored the fact that Mr. X was in the city looking for Leon because, again, like
was
Leon.
He in it?
Okay, so no, they don't have Mr. X. They don't have Nemesis. They don't really have a lot of special infected. They have the dogs. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They have a single liquor in the entire movie.
Okay.
Fine. They have Dr. Birkin as the infected form that he takes, which is pretty. It's pretty cool, but
it's not like CG. It's not accurate, or it's just like it looks weird.
I mean, it's just CGI. It's just like when you saw the liquor and the dog in the trailer,
yeah.
And you're like, "Holy shit, that's like that's like 2000 CGI right there."
No, where it's all smooth and it's just moving against the background, all weird and shit.
Yeah. So that's I mean, it's weird.
It's an odd little thing.
Like I said, it looks like a fan made. Like it looks like if I would have pulled the trailer up, if I had never known that was actually coming out in theaters and that Sony, backed it.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, that's a fucking YouTube movie. that's some shit I'd watch on YouTube.
Yeah, like it'll be free with ads.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to vibe with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's just weird. It's a strange thing. I'd see the movie. Overall, the movie was not a bad movie, but it is definitely not a true to Resident Evil games movie. Yeah,
and I think you kind of put yourself in a box when you say you're going to follow the games to a T, because regardless of it's different if you have a story, right? Like the comics, right? You're talking about Marvel. Marvel doesn't follow the comics to an absolute T, but they do follow certain storylines within the comics, right? Like the Infinity Saga and all that stuff. But when you're going to follow a game, right? Because Resident Evil is a game at heart, right? That's what it was created to be, a game.
Yeah.
So
I think.
Yeah, it's never going to be as immersive as the game. Regardless of the storyline, it'll never be as immersive as a video game. You have to just kind of let it rock. You know what I mean? You have to just say, look, this is going to be a movie. And I think that's what made the first one so bearable, is because they said, look, we're not following, we're just doing our own thing, but we're using these characters sort of as a way to enhance this, and that's why I think they were so tolerable. But when you say you're going to follow it to the T, you better be bringing the heat. You know what I mean? And if they didn't, then it's that sucks, because then it becomes a letdown, and then it becomes the movie, like you said, you like the movie itself is good, but then as far as following the storyline, it was shitty.
Yeah.
So shout out to Sony, I guess.
I went to go see it with two coworkers that have never played the games. So I was just in a daze watching these movies, and they're sitting next to me. I'm just I don't even try to hide the disappointment that I had at certain bits. I was just all right, whatever. Let's just get through this.
Let's just get through it together.
As friends. See what they changed, see what they didn't change.
Yeah.
I don't know. It made me want to play the games. I love, as you know.
Yeah. And as you guys know too. Man.
I love the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes.
Yeah. They are really good. I was watching the Resident Evil 3 walkthrough with it was a Nemesis for 3. Yeah, and that shit was so funny because they there's a point where she was just walking, right? And it's at the end of a mission, she just killed all these little centipede looking things, right? And then she's walking back to the subway or whatever, the base is, and then fucking Nemesis just pops out of a wall and scares the shit out of everyone. Even me watching it, I'm sitting there, I'm oh, she just bam, he pops out. I was whoa. I was damn, son. I was I can't my heart just isn't correct for this right now. I'm my cholesterol's a little high. Like I said earlier, I'm not prepared to play those games yet. I watch people walkthroughs where I could skip ahead and kind of see the cool stuff, but to play those games now, I'd deadass have a heart attack. I'd be dead, and I'd leave Frankie my entire social media empire to just grow and get big with. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with those. You say you didn't like the thing?
My mom's calling me. But I liked or didn't like what? The movie? Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll answer. I'll see what she's doing.
We back. I forget what we were talking about before, to be honest with you.
We just stopped talking about Resident Evil.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But either way, yeah, put yourself into a box when you're doing that kind of stuff. But you said you liked the movie overall. It was pretty good, but just wasn't accurate.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like hate watching the movie, but I wasn't blown away by it either.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, at least my expectations weren't fucking high.
Yeah, that's true. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right. Well, that about wraps up that. That about wraps up that. We have a couple of different things we could talk about here, right? We have Ghislaine Maxwell, which is wild. Some anti-abortion shit, and then Oxford school shooting. I feel like we should just address the Oxford school thing. What a fucking idiot by those parents by running, by the way. I don't know why they ran, but like immediately you think your son goes and like shoots and kills people, and then you're like, oh, gotta go on the run. What do you think the cops are going to do? You think there's nothing to do with it?
I don't even know if they went on the run right away. Right. I don't know what. Like I said, I thought that I saw it said that they were on the run. Now, keep in mind, neither me nor Jason keeps up with, I definitely don't keep up with news.
Very minimally.
Just because it's mad work.
Yeah, I keep up with it minimally. Like, I like to know what's going on, but as far as like really getting into like really getting into it and doing a whole lot of research and backstory and stuff, fuck that. That's mad work. And it's also like, it's just kind of maddening because then you figure out like mad people had an opportunity to stop it and they didn't. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, so I don't know why they ran unless they found out that like they were just like encouraging him to do it, and then they were gonna go arrest their parents, and then they ran. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably what it is. But like, I don't understand why you would run. Like, if you didn't do anything, right? Can you be charged with like? So say like I'm a parent, right? I buy a gun. Not illegal in the U.S. to have a gun. I registered. I get my permit and all that stuff. I keep it in the house. I keep it locked away. If my son gets the combination to like the thing that I have, goes into a school and just starts shooting people, how can I be at fault for that? I did everything appropriate. It's registered. It's this. It's that. I wouldn't want the gun anymore. I'd be like, fuck that. Take it. You guys can have it. I don't even want that shit anymore. Right? That gun. But like, how would they press charges on me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'd have to ask my family members. I have to see what they say, because I don't know. I don't eat, and I'm just saying, like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because, as you know, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. So like, until they go through like a court case and they realize that, oh, like maybe he was a felon and he had a gun or he got the gun in some kind of shiesty way, then it's like, yeah, you should lock him up. But if I just had a gun, which is legal in the U.S., and my son decides he goes and he gets a combination, or he sees me do it one day and you know, goes and starts kills people, it's not like I indulged him in doing it, right? So I don't know. To me, them running or if whatever indicates that they were shiesty. Sorry if you guys can hear that. It's the ice. On a totally related topic, I tried to get tickets to go see Spider-Man. Sold out.
That's surprising.
Sold out until New Year's. I was like, what the every time, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers don't have school? You know what I mean? Like, what are y'all, like, what are y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to resell these tickets for so much money? You know how mad I'm going to be if I have to go to Ticketmaster and pay $200 for tickets? Whatever. It's annoying. I'm going to see, hopefully I'm going to see if I can book some, because I definitely want to go see it. Because that shit looks fire.
I didn't see the last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I haven't until I saw the first one. The second one, I haven't sat down and watched it to the end, but I know what happens. Yeah, but then this one, I just like it because Doctor Strange is in it. That's my guy, and it's supposed to actually be relevant to the MCU, whereas the other ones were kind of like in the background. So, but Venom, I did see Venom, and the ending credit scene for that was bananas. That ending credit scene was nuts. So that's the only reason I want to see it. But the Oxford thing, fuck the parents if they had something to do with it. If not, sorry. But most of all, fuck that kid. He's a dickhead. That's first of all. And hopefully the courts do the right thing and lock him up forever. Because you don't just go into a school and start shooting people. You know what I mean? You handle it like a man. You fight them. Fight the person that messed you up. That's what you got to do. You don't just take a blicky to school. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, that about that about wraps that up. Don't shoot people in your school, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have Ghislaine Maxwell, an anti-abortion. Which one do you want to talk about first?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is
who the fuck the other person is.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Nope.
So you remember Jeffrey Epstein?
Uh-huh.
So she was the like you know how like they have like a handler, like when you're a spy, you have like you have someone that is like a high level spy that handles you, that like gives you information. It's kind of like your boss in a way, right?
I guess.
So, or like have you played Wildlands? Ghost Recon Wildlands? You did? Do you know Bowman, like the CIA chick that you work with?
Yeah,
that's like a handler, right? So she's kind of like who the team reports to. So that's what she was like, the one that was going out and getting all these young girls and bringing them to Jeffrey Epstein. So Epstein was like her handler in a way. What they're trying to do is they're trying to say that she was also a victim of Epstein. They're trying to say that she was a victim of him. Like she was she wasn't like, he was a mastermind and then she was just kind of a pawn that was asked to go and do all these different things. But then there's one girl that said that Ghislaine and Epstein both raped her like at the same time. And I was like shit, but she's not on this trial. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think she's on that. I don't think she's on this specific trial. So I was like, what the fuck are they waiting for? Like, why did they not put on here? But yeah, they're going to frame it like she was a victim and that she was under the control of Epstein and all these different things. And then they were like, there was already like human rights lawyers that were like she has to sleep under fluorescent lights and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, that's prison. Like there's people in here that really that don't have enough money to bond out and are probably going to be found innocent and they're sleeping under the same conditions. So like, we're not going to give you preferential treatment because you're a woman or you have good lawyers. Like, we're not going to give you preferential treatment. It's prison, bitch. That's pretty much what they said. So I like that. I like that because it's just, does the prison system have a lot of stuff they have to work out? Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, she's been accused of some crazy shit, dude. Like grooming young women. Was it like, yeah, grooming them, bringing like underage women to an island to get like molested and raped and shit. Like, what? Like, how are you a victim and you're knowingly doing that stuff? You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to waste time. Like with a trial, you just take her out back 9mm, silence her, done. Right? But I mean, but that's also not going to stop it because then you have people that feed into it, like other powerful people that feed into it, like what's his name? It's the head of Victoria's Secret, some weird old dude, and they said that he's like the freaking boogeyman of that shit. Like he's like the guy that like, and think about it, it kind of makes sense because his whole job is to like get attractive women. Like he's a Victoria's Secret like head, so his job is to get attractive women to come and work for him. So if you're like, you know, he has access to everyone everyone around the world wants to be like every. Well, I don't know if it's the same thing now, but like if you're into modeling, if you're like an attractive young woman, like they want to be Victoria's Secret model. They want to have, what is it, the wings and shit, the Victoria's Secret wings. Yeah, it's crazy, and that's like his whole job is to just get like these really, really, really beautiful women and have model clothes. You know, like they're saying that he's funneling like a lot of these women to like Epstein and shit. So that's. Sheesh, I'm not letting anybody in my family model, unless it's my brother. Then maybe he can, because I feel like, or you want to model, bro?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I would. They had a if I'm on LinkedIn, right? Making connections with people on LinkedIn, you know that. And there was one, like I was just looking at it the other day, and there's a bunch of job openings there that are like real shiesty. You know what I mean? But nothing against LinkedIn, I don't know. But there was a couple on there, man. It was like weird. It was like
I'll never use it, so
it was like talent for I forget what it was. It was like, well, most of the ones that pop up for me is like podcasting stuff, right? Obviously. But they had a couple on there. Like if you really scroll deep into there, they have a couple cool ones like the NFL and stuff like that are kind of cool. But then they have like talent. They have like talent promoter for like, you know, this like modeling agency, and there's like no picture. You're like, oh, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, I don't know what the modeling agency is about, but that shit is like, you could be like spreading your butt cheeks or something on OnlyFans, like in a little bit there. But yeah, but essentially that's who Ghislaine, whatever, however you say her name, Maxwell is now. Also, they said that she could be like a spy, or part of like I think it was a Mossad agent, not Asian, my bad, Mossad agent, where I guess her dad, like she's from England, and I guess her dad is Israeli. Could be, maybe something like that, because I think that's what the Mossad is. The Mossad regime is Israeli, I believe. I could be wrong, but. They're like these super secret agents that go around and, you know, act in these interests and stuff. And her dad was a Mossad agent, right? And I think her sister has like a huge, like a high position in one of these, in like it's like a Fortune 500 company. She has like a high position in that and stuff. And so they're saying that maybe the dad could have set that up, or the sister or something like that. And because she's like a socialite, she just bumps elbows with a lot of these like real rich and powerful people. So they said that maybe, just maybe, she's also a Mossad agent. But who knows? I mean, I don't necessarily think that that's true. That's more of like on the conspiracy tinfoil hat kind of situation. But she's on trial, and I think it was the CEO of Twitter and the CEO of Walmart both resigned when the trial started. So there's about to be some crazy shit that comes out. I'm all for it. I'm all for this crazy. I hope that crazy shit comes out, dude. I really do. Like it has just been like this winter has just been like it's been fucking like the Starks. It's like winter is coming, and it's coming for everyone. And like, yeah, dude, they got, what's it called? They had Rittenhouse on trial, right? This is like the third big trial. It was Rittenhouse first, then it was Amaud Arbery, in the McMichaels, and then now it's Ghislaine. Like it's crazy. But what did you think about that, by the way? The Rittenhouse stuff.
I did not keep up with any of it at all.
So,
I mean,
well, you know who Kyle Rittenhouse is, though, right?
To be honest, I had no idea. No, not at first.
All right. So
as it went on, I guess I found a little bit of it out, but I don't understand the whole thing.
All right, I'll break it down for you.
Okay.
So, Kyle Rittenhouse he's like a 17-year-old kid. During the Black Lives Matter protests, what was last year? Like, it was like June of last year when they had a lot of the protests. I believe it was June 8th or something like that is when, at least the one here in Philly, well, not here in Philly, but the closest one to us was in Philadelphia. When they had like all these riots and stuff break out. So that was June 8th. So maybe it was like in and around that, like beginning mid-June, I think. And it was like it was after the after the George Floyd thing came out. All these different like raids, and it was during the pandemic, so people were like losing their minds. So they're like, well, fuck it, let's get out here and start burning shit down. So BLM went out and they had the marches, right? They had the peaceful marches, and then they had like the people that were looting shit. So I don't think they were related. Who knows? I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it. But it was in the midst of all that unrest that happened last year, and then and then it was, I think it was in Kenosha, Wisconsin. They had a Black Lives Matter march. I guess Kyle Rittenhouse, when I say Rittenhouse went down there to protect his friend's like store or shop or something like that from getting looted. Now, the gun that he had was a rifle, was an AR-15, not an assault rifle. AR is just the type of gun it is. So it was an AR-15, a rifle, and then he was walking the streets with like a med kit and gloves, and I think he had like a hat on and shit like that. And then there was like stories of people that would come up to him, and they would like fuck with him. So they come up to him and they like go like this, and he would just kind of like raise the rifle up like that, and people would be like, oh shit, and then he put the rifle back down. And then the one that like the video that came out was that there was people chasing him, right? He had the gun like open carry, which again, just because he got off doesn't mean that he's like smart. He's dumb to be like walk. First of all, when you're open carry, you make yourself a target. So he's open carrying his rifle. He's got it down like at his side like this, and people are coming up to him and they're fucking with him. They'll raise the rifle. Hey, my bad, and then they'll walk away. And then these dudes, I think it was 3 dudes, came up to him. One hit him with a skateboard. He fell down to the ground. One guy actually had a pistol on him, right? And then the other guy, I think he was just chasing him, right? So he shot the one dude, raised up with a skateboard to hit him, and he shot him, killed him. And then he shot another dude that had a pistol. He pulled a pistol out on him. He shot him, but I think he survived. And then there was another guy that was chasing him, and he died. Now the guy that was chasing him around was like a bald guy, and he had like, I think that was a dude with the skateboard, maybe not, I don't know. And a dude chased him around. He shot and killed that dude. That dude was a pedophile. Like, he was convicted of like literally having sex with girls that were like between 9 and 11. So, I mean, sorry about that, buddy, but hard salute. See you later. If you're fucking kids, like, you can't be out here walking around. But so he shot and killed that guy, shot and killed another dude, and then the guy they had on stand was a convicted felon who had a gun, and he got his records expunged like just before the what's it called, just before the case. But either way, he goes on trial, and they claim that it was self-defense, right? They claim that he had crossed state lines, and all the people that he shot, by the way, were white, right? He didn't kill any black people, but they claim that he had a assault rifle, and he drove across state lines because he's from Illinois, and he drove to Kenosha, Wisconsin with this rifle, which wasn't true because the rifle was already in Kenosha. He just drove there, and then his friend had the rifle, and he grabbed it, whatever. And then, like, his dad is from Kenosha, so like that's probably why he was there, right? So a lot of things that like weren't true. Like, they tried to say that he had the gun in Illinois, drove with the gun from Illinois to Wisconsin, and then shot and killed people, which wasn't the case, right? That was just like the media, how it portrayed to you. But to me, if you ask me personally, I do think it was self-defense. I just think it was like he's a dumbass, right? Like, you kind of open yourself up to like being a target if you just go to if I walk down the street with a shotgun on my shoulder, right? Like I'm fucking, John Wayne. People are going to look at me like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, why does he have a shotgun there? And then maybe if I'm walking down like a crowded street with like a shotgun like over my shoulder, or it's got like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to draw attention, right? At the very least, a cop is going to stop and be like, yo, what are you doing, dude? Like, why do you have that shotgun like draped over your shoulder? You know what I mean? And Pennsylvania is an open carry state. Like, I believe Wisconsin is as well. So you make yourself a target. So he's not intelligent, but the people did attack him, and he thought he was going to die. And one of the dudes did have a pistol. So he shot and killed him. And not saying that, I don't think he killed the guy with the pistol, but He shot and killed 2 people that were, had him on the ground. They were beating his ass. So it is self-defense, but he's not necessarily intelligent about going around walking with a gun, right? Like you shouldn't have been doing that. But at the same time, I don't disagree with the court's decision. I think that was pretty spot on. And plus they dropped a lot of the charges too. And I think I don't know, man. It was just real shiesty. I think they really wanted to make an example out of him. And, unfortunately when you try to do that, a lot of those people are going to lean into the anti-gun, like especially people that are like crucified for this kind of stuff. They're going to lean heavy into the right, heavy into thing. If you just, I don't know. I think the media sensationalized it, made it more than it really was, when it really actually was like self-defense, and then, yeah, that's essentially what happened. How did you feel about that?
I can keep up with it, so I'll have a...
I do. The Amaud Arbery thing was that should have been a slam dunk. You heard about that?
No.
So Amaud Arbery, he was the guy that was jogging, and they just pulled up to him and they shot and killed him because they thought he was a burglar. Like, what is up with these people? Like, they thought they can make a citizen's arrest. Like, a citizen's arrest is for, like, if I'm walking down the street and I see someone like pull a gun and shoot somebody, then I can tackle that guy and arrest him. But until like a felony happens in front of you that I can see, I cannot. And plus, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not who I think I am, Captain America. I'm not gonna go fucking try to citizens arrest somebody for some shit. Like, you call the cops. That's what they're for. The cops do the arresting. The cops know what to do. They have, you know what I mean? Like, they're trained to do that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, if I see someone like, I'm like, oh, this dude's trying to break into the thing, I'm calling the cops, bro. I do not mind calling the cops. I'm not anti-cop at all. I will call the cops on somebody, son. Not if I start a fight, then I just gotta wear that ass whooping. But if I see some shit going on that is a little bit out of my range, hello, 911. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, they essentially they chased this guy down. They followed him for a couple blocks, chased him, and then hopped out of a car. And he confronted him like, "Why are you chasing me?" And "Why are you chasing me?" And then the dude had a shotgun, so they started to show over the shotgun, and he shot and killed the kid. Yeah, and no surprise, they went away for murder. And the guy that was recording, because it was on the video, the guy that was recording the video also got charged with murder too, which is wild, dude. That's crazy. I mean, not crazy in a bad way, but it's just wow. Like that, they were really out here, boy. That jury was out for blood. But I didn't disagree with that. And now, Ghislaine, we're gonna see what happens with this bitch and all happens with this child molesting hoe and stuff. So, but I hope they lock her ass up too. To be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Understandable.
Yeah. But dude, I don't know, man. It's like, even they have like, do you know how many people, dude, that they have? They have like fucking they have is it Bill Gates? Yeah, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Trump, Chris Tucker. Dude, mad people, bro. And that was I think just the pilot came out and said that. I actually I didn't hear him say Chris Tucker. I actually heard it from somebody, so that might not be true. But I don't mean to spread misinformation, so that might not be true. But if it is, yikes, Chris. But also, at the same time, though, is like a lot of these guys, and I'm not trying to like cap for them or anything, but if I'm trying to scam you, the last thing I'm going to do is tell you that I'm scamming you. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm trying to get you caught up on some shit, I'm not going to be like, hey man, this is a pyramid scheme. I'm gonna ask you to pay me $15 a month, and then I'm gonna go and pay this guy $20. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm scamming you, right? Like, I'm just gonna try and bring you in. I'm gonna sell it to you as like legit. So if like Epstein comes up to me, he's like, hey man, I got a billionaire party. Like, I'm having a bunch of billionaires out there. We're gonna have some ladies, some drinks, right? And you might say, hey, yeah, fuck it, I'll go. And then you go there, and then they have like I think they had some adult age women that were there, right? Like they had like some adult age women, and they were just paid to like, you know, get down with people at the party. You know what I mean? Like, so they could rope you in and say, look, we know that you want to make some monies, right? These are all these billionaires are going to make money for you, but you got to like hook up with one of these like hookers. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird, but I think some of the guys in there got roped into some shit that they didn't even know was going on. I think some of them, right? Now, Prince Andrew and all those people, the people that went like 10, 15 times, those guys know what they were doing. But like if you're one time there, you're like, look, dude, he told me I was going to a party. I had no idea they were have like little girls there and shit. You know? I don't know. Some of the people I guess will give the benefit of the doubt too, because he was trying to scam and he was trying to blackmail people because that was his job, was to blackmail people. So, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully those things will come out, and we'll be able to see who's bullshit and who's not bullshit. But you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right. This has been the first episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
The boys. Okay. So subscribe. Right? Subscribe and shit. We're going to be cutting clips, putting that on Instagram, things like that. Definitely go follow us on Instagram. I'll link everything in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put everything in the description below. If you're listening audio, listening to this on Apple Podcasts or anything like that, I'll put that in the description below as well. You can follow us all there, put all the links. Go like, go subscribe, rate 5 stars, and that's it. Well, we will talk to you next week.
Yeah. It's time to go eat.
Yep. Deuce.